Tell us a little bit about this man.
Well, he's played Shield cricket. He plays his Shield cricket for South Australia out of WA. Yep, played WA under 17s, under 19s, played Australian under 19s. So a talented young player is Jake Carter. Finds himself in South Australia and played a bit of Shield cricket. Has a first class 100 and 450s as well. So he averages 30 in first class cricket, 16 games. So he's no rookie in that respect. This is his first T20 game.
His South Australian teammate, was that Lloyd Pope that gave him his hat in the game before?
Yep. Left-hander is Jake Carter. Tall, lean, a classy type batsman. What a platform to come in for your first game, the Challenger.
Make a name for yourself. He's facing Thornton. He's got figures of 1 for none. Right arm over to the left-hander. He just went forward at one that was angling across him. Beats the bat. Dot ball. Big fella, I was thinking the same thing about what to say if Kerr hit a 6. We're on the same page, you and I. Off the text, 0433 98 11 16. We love your engagement. We'd love to converse with you during these games. And in this, what's essentially a preliminary final, this BBL Challenger, a spot in the BBL 11 final, up for grabs. Thornton right arm over to Carter, takes one off the hip, able to get off the mark with a single behind square.
And that'll be a relief for the young man. First run in Big Bash cricket. And a little wide-eyed out there, actually.
1 for 8. 2 balls to come in the third over. Paul saying Carter was an X-Factor sub for the Scorchers earlier in the tournament, but was not activated.
It's been swooped up in the player pool. Greg Shippett has an eye for talent, and it's the man they needed at 3.
Kerr on 6 at a run of ball. Shorter one on off stump. He's able to drive it square behind point to the boundary for 4.
Sam, I'm telling you, this guy can play. He can bowl, he can bat, he can field, he does it all. And now he's opening the batting in the big, well, us amateur hours, we call it the prelim final. It's actually technically called the Challenger. But the context is the winner meet the Scorchers on Friday night in the final.
Last ball of the third over. Kerr on strike. Well, this time up and over. Just a shimmy of the wrists, and it's on the bounce to Conway on the fence at third man. He gets a single to finish it out. He's on 11. It'll be off 8. Carter 1 off 2, and after 3, the Sixers are 1 for 13.
Download the SEN app from the Apple and Google App Stores. Then get set for all your big moments in sports.
And that is the ball game. Takes the Panthers towards the premiership. First ball.
Catch up on SEN-created podcasts, recreation, lifestyle, racing, and all of our SEN shows.
The Sounding Board.
Real adventures, trailblazers, great Australian lives. Plus, it's now available on Apple CarPlay. The SEN app, your home of sport, from wherever you are on the planet.
Asking how's Carey going to keep on the subcontinent? I don't think he's technically up to it. Ross?
It was a technical error on the miss stump. He closed the gloves too early.
Siddle into the attack, immediately getting Kerr to try and pull. Bottom edging, French cutting past the stumps to the rope for 4. Take him how you can get him.
Yeah, hands on head for Siddle. That's heartbreak. It was a good delivery, top of off. Kerr was looking to launch that. French cut, just shaving the leg stump.
Oh, what a year he's had. Captain of the BBL team of the year. Up to 29 wickets now. The most in the regular season as well, and he's been stellar in the finals. 11 wickets in this 6-game winning streak. Right arm over to Kerr, driving straight back into his shin, and then Siddle takes off after it. They'll only get 1. Came off his shin as he went to the offside, into the leg side, and they got 1.
Yeah, crunch back.
Actually got his foot. A nice off drive, a straight drive.
Beautiful shot.
Always bowls in the power play too, or power surge, just Peter Siddle.
1 in the power play, 1 in the power surge, 2 at the death. he just does the toughest overs going around. Then he thinks about everyone else, the tactical play, where we set the field to this batsman, who to bowl to them. Incredible cricket mind.
Siddle to Carter. No single off the hip. Just dropping into the leg side. Dot ball.
And this modest total, you would say 168, is now a challenging one. Over 9 and over required now with this slow start by the Sixers. They need 150 off less than 100 balls. So the pressure's on. The pressure is on. They've been able to apply the squeeze and, well, shut down the Sixers from the top.
Siddle right arm over. Just clipping that off the leg stump is Carter. Quick single to mid-on. Short does the fielding. He moves to 2. Kerr's on 16 off 10. So there's a few little gags that have come through. And where's my mouse gone to? Carey couldn't keep a secret and Carey couldn't keep a diary have come through. One from Lee and one from Steve. Might be slightly harsh. Ross?
Someone will text through chickens soon. Couldn't keep chickens.
Yeah. Have you got any more?
No, there's a few out there.
Couldn't keep time.
Yeah.
Siddle, that's the going down leg side. This is very high up in the air of the Sydney Nine. There is a man.
Oh!
It's gone through the hands of Matt Renshaw. It's actually gone straight through his hands.
Oh.
He was standing under it for an eternity. Peter Siddle can't believe it. At deep square leg, he's talking to the broadcaster. Stood directly under it and it went through his hands.
Well, he took it fingers down, pointing down, let the ball drop below his eyes.
Now full toss on middle and leg. Just worked between square leg and wicket. Now he's got to come around and do the fielding. Lost his hat.
Yeah, guess who fielded it?
That's Matt Renshaw. Steve couldn't keep bees. That's not bad. Beekeeper. Yep.
Yeah, that's even better.
It's probably better than ours. That's the end of the 4th over. Matt Renshaw, there isn't a rock big enough, is there? Because there's none out there. There's nowhere to hide. In the Challenger final, Sixers, a drop catch, 1 for 23.
Stay in pole position this week with radio's #1 motorsport show, The Driver's Seat with Matt McKeldin and Stephen Johnson.
Stadium Super Trucks boss Nathan Kaiser reveals the real Barry Ryan.
People misunderstand Barry. You know, we see him for the guy that swears on TV and does that sort of stuff, but he's an incredible bloke.
Last time we spoke to Barry Ryan on this show, I think he was watching maths. You think that's a joke? That's not a joke.
That's dead serious. Yeah, that was dead serious.
Driver's Seat app to listen now.
Sixers are 1 for 23. The Strikers with 3 for 21. Kerr was dropped on 16 by Renshaw. Off the second last ball of Peter Siddle's over. And there was a miss-stumping in the first over. That was Kerr as well. So Kerr's been blessed. Absolutely. It was a dolly. It was a soda. It was there's no such thing as gimme there, but
He looked like he took it too relaxed. I don't want to be critical of just being calm and doing things as a matter of fact, but it looked like he was too cool for school trying to do it. Just, here we go, rather than really positioning himself and watching it right into his hands.
Forward armoured into the attack, a fuller one to start, and Carter is sweeping him behind square to Renshaw for 1.
Forward will keep attacking the stumps here. It's been a formula that's worked well. Rashid Khan does exactly the same thing for the Adelaide Strikers. He's back on national duty, so Farwad has stepped into his shoes. Though they did play a few games together. But Farwad will keep attacking the stumps here. Pressure will be on Carter and Kerr.
And 144 off 95 at 9.09 for Made Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Forward armour tosses it up, chunking inside edge from Kerr. Squeezes out behind square for 1. He goes to 21. Carter's on 3 off 5, and the Sixers are 1 for 25.
That was a straight off drive that went through square leg. It spun everyone's heads around. Where did that go?
Right arm over. That was the wrong and pitched outside leg. Came back at middle and off. Just tucked through mid-wicket by Carter. And they just get 1. Speaking of stars at the format, forward armoured's been every bit of that.
Indeed.
On the all-time wicket takers table.
He's had a few franchises. Thunder.
Yep.
Scorchers. Now Strikers. A wanted player. Certainly at the Adelaide Strikers.
86 wickets in 95 games, and that might be a boundary. It is getting low and cutting him. Through point is Kerr for 4. Well, he's making some cats nervous with the amount of lives that he's had, but he's got the 25 off 14 now, Bryce.
Oh, he's doing it beautifully. That's just a good shot. It was a wrong and it was spinning back to the off stump. Crunched it behind point for 4.
Kerr on 25, another real thick inside edge, trying again. The off drive gets its way down to fine leg.
Hands on heads by everyone. Carey, forward.
He got 2.
Another off drive that went through backward square. He's finding a way, Kerr. 27 off 15.
Again, the wrong un. Again, playing against the spin. Driving to cover off the back foot is Kerr, no run. So to finish out the 5th over, the Sixers are 1 for 32.
Hi, it's Craig from EcoStar Double Glazing. This time of year you want to keep the heat out and cool in, and that's just what EcoStar's double glazed windows and doors are designed to do. Stop the rot with EcoStar's new range of carbon neutral replacement double glazed windows and doors. Order your double glazed windows or doors this month and receive up $500 off. Plus, take advantage of our tailored payment plans up to 10 years. EcoStar Double Glazing, reducing carbon emissions since 1979. For a free quote, call 300 EcoStar today.
Billy asking if Renshaw may have just dropped the BBL Cup.
The big bowl on stilts.
1 for 32, the Sixers for Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Our good friends at Snaffle, 1 subscription, 1 wallet, hundreds of products. Wouldn't be too happy with Matt Renshaw.
If Steve Waugh actually said that in the World Cup to Herschel Gibbs all those years ago, that's number 1, isn't it?
Short right arm around, angling it into the pads, hitting him outside the line of leg stump though. Carter, who's on 4 off 7. The inclusion for Josh Philippi. Or for Daniel Hughes probably, and the Edwards brothers who are out. Short again, strain down leg, and there is the question asked of a leg side stumping. Wide, the call.
But we'll definitely have a look.
Yeah.
It was one of those ones where they're beaten and they've stepped out.
Yeah.
And then they have to go back. And Carey again, slow and stumbly a bit behind. It's called a wide, so it was all clean down the leg side, but just a bit fumbly with the hands. And I think he might have got back with that after he's swapped over his feet.
Yeah, he was like a newborn foal learning to walk.
A baby deer.
Yeah.
On the
adolescent giraffe.
And we're not getting a look at it.
I thought we were. Hence the delay. But
Carey is stone-faced. I think that doesn't say a good story, so I think he might have missed another. Certainly not a no ball.
So he comes forward.
Drifted down leg, he's miles out. Carey.
He changed the ball. So from his right hand glove to his left hand glove, and he's home safe. Feet are about 1.5 meters outside the line, but the bat gets back in. Is that are we saying that's a mis-stumping?
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity, no doubt.
Short around the wicket again. Has Carter back on his stumps and just grinding it through mid-wicket for 1. Ooh.
So the pressure's been felt.
This time at least it was on Carter, not Kerr. 1 for 34, the Sixers for Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Forward armoured bowling to Kerr on 27 with 2 lives, shorts rather. And now he winds up, goes over mid-wicket, will just clear the rope. And they get their first 6, I reckon, of this run chase. And Kerr's going to move to 33 to rub a little bit of salt into a wound that's just slowly growing.
Been missed twice, and that one just getting over the rope, just clearing. They're having a close look at that. Good call. Good eye, Sam.
1 for 40 now, the Sixers. Short, still around the wicket to the right-hander. This time again winding up to go through mid-wicket along the ground, and Peter Siddle's got himself there to make sure there's no run.
And it's a right field set, knowing that Kerr isn't going to sweep. He's going to look to hit in front of the wicket. Mid-wicket and short cover in the box.
Kerr comes down, again winds up, and again this could be 6. No, it bounces to the left-hand side of the diving outfielder. One bounce over the rope. Oh, he's making them pay now, and again it's Renshaw. He tried in vain.
Tried hard, but you can see the frustration now with Renshaw. The ball bounced back. He couldn't get to that. But the ball was on the ground. He just kicked it back to the bowler. And it just showing his frustration publicly, going, I'm really annoyed that this guy's getting away from us now. He's 37 off 19.
Last ball of the over, there's been 12 off at this time, playing close to the body. Square on the offside. For a single is Kerr to move to 38 off 20. This is the man that's been their leading wicket taker. Thrust up the order because they had no one else. And they're 1 for 45 after 6 Sixers.
Remember this?
There is nothing like a crown. Pick it up and put it down.
They're right. There is nothing like a Crown. For the best range of new second-hand and rental forklifts. For the best parts and service on all makes and models. And for unique and innovative technology. Guaranteed reliability and superior quality. Crown, the forklift experts. Check them out at crown.com or call 131 604. No risk, no worries.
The strikers who were sent in by the Sixers. The 3 for 34 in reply. 1 for 45 are the Sixers. Driving to mid-off is Kerr for a single off the first ball of Farwood Ahmed's second over. 9 off the first. Had 2 lives as Kerr. Carter on 5 off 8. Coming down the pitch, going up over the top of cover. Travis Head comes around from mid-off, and they should get back for a couple. And they do.
That takes some skill to play that shot against the leg spinner, who's spinning them both ways. Read it, picked the wrong and lifted it over cover. Good shot for 2.
Carter 7 off 9. Trying the reverse sweep. Farwood was pushing it across, outside off. Couldn't connect. And yeah, big fella, I did miss out on saying Kerr Plonk when Kerr hit that 6. I apologise. We collaborated on that. We knew we wanted it. I forgot all about it. Now going to leg and being swept off the leg stump. Here's Carter. Renshaw comes around. They still get 2. 50's up with that. They need 118 off 80 balls. The Sixers decimated by COVID, by injury.
By sent homes. At UK players having to go home.
They're in a great position at the moment. You said if they could get 30 or 40 of these guys who we don't know about with bat in hand, and some we don't even know at all. Ahmed in, Rongan pitching outside off, backing away and cutting past point is Carter for 1. So they've managed to get over 50 now from these guys.
Yeah, and probably time for them to be a bit aggressive, and Kerr's doing that now. He's really trying to flay the ball around, because Moses Enriques, you want to hand it over to him with plenty of balls, let him get in and steer the ship home.
Kerr on 39, just a fuller one, tossed up a bit. Farwood Ahmed dropping off the shelf, outside off, drive to cover, no run. End of the over, 7 in, Sixers are 1 for 51.
On the SEN app, check out the SENW channel with stars of women's sport at home and abroad. Daisy Pierce, Katie Brown, Stephanie Brance. Plus, on the SENW channel,
We cover AFLW, Rugby League, W League, netball, cricket, and track the female stars of horse racing and more.
for the latest news, interviews, and catch-up podcasts with the biggest names in women's sport, jump on the SENW channel. Download the SEN app now.
So the strikers who have been so sharp in the field in this 6-game winning, missed stumpings, 1 drop catch and a missed run out. Sixers are 1 for 51 in this Challenger final, looking to beat the Scorchers on Friday night at Marvel Stadium. Thornton to Carter on 10. He tries the pull shot. Got up underneath it, high on the bat. This catch won't be dropped at mid-wicket by Ian Cobain. Finally able to claim one. The Sixers lose their second wicket for Makita, 100% power through the season with Makita Power Garden, and that's just what a little bit of extra pace can do. Bryce McGain, Thornton gets his second.
Good call, Sam. It was the pace. It was the pace of Thornton. He's shown plenty in this big bash. 2 wickets now. Went to pull it, got big on him, high up on the stickers. Mid-on comes round. The catch is taken by Cobain, and he took it like it mattered, like it was everything to watch that ball right into his hands. Contrast that, unfortunately, with Renshaw out in the deep. But they get their second wicket. It does bring the big fish, the big fella, the big whale, Moses Henriques.
So, in biblical terms, Moses had to save every species of animal. He strides out on the SCG.
That was Noah, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, what did I say? Moses. No, Moses had to part the Red Sea.
He parted the sea. And that's what Henriques has come to do.
I was kicked out of RE at Catholic College.
Bit distracted.
Moses.
He could probably build an ark too, Moses Henriques. He could do a lot of things. He's a gun player.
Jeez, that just came to me, and I thought, I'll go with that. That's going to work well. And it did not. It really died in the you-know-what. Must get the people right. Thornton homing in on that off stump, driving, beating extra cover, but not Siddle at mid-off. Is Kerr to move to 40 with a single. I'll have to rework that one. So Moses parts the red seed. Well, Moses had to part the red seed to save the Jews, and now Moses Henriques in the Bible.
Yes. I'm not sure I'm going to hop in. People. I'm not sure I'm going to hop in this hole with you.
To save his Jewish people and get them across the desert, and now Moses Henriques has to. It's Thornton. I'm giving up
to Henriques.
Yeah, it is. Just defending square into the offside, no run.
No, they got the one.
Oh, they got one?
Yeah, Henriques is good at this. You don't know it, you don't notice it. He won't play any shots, and it looks like he's just there.
So I thought, oh, well, they haven't taken the single.
Looks like he's just there, but he's rotating strike, getting himself in, learning about the wicket. He has set himself, and you can see he's just got this look as he walked out there of, I'm taking this right to the end.
2 for 53, halfway through the 8th over. Kerr on 40, having opened up the innings and had 2 lives. Thornton into him. He's lifting him up over middle and leg. Does it have off middle and leg? Over mid-on. One bounce into the rope. These are some extraordinary scenes. Kerr moves to 44. No fear of his fellow fast bowler.
The find of the big bash. He's doing it with the bat now. He was doing it for a big chunk of the season with a bit of lower order hitting and showed a fair bit. Now he's opening the batting.
This is phenomenal.
Greg Shippard and Moses Henriques, your geniuses. Kerr's 44 off 24.
Thornton right arm over. Now dragging the pull shot from the off stump. Wells comes around at mid-wicket and keeps it to 1. Kerr to 45. Moses 1 off 1. He's back on strike, and they're 2 for 58 for Mate Australia's most satisfied NBN customers.
And this is where the Adelaide strikers don't need to think about the outcome and go, we're expected to win this. We should be winning this. If we win it, we get to a final. It's getting too far ahead. Just go back to what they do well. They defend these scores really well, stay in the moment, keep executing their plan.
Thornton just short of length outside off, just dropping the bat down on it. Running it through where Gully would have been is Henriques to get a single off the last ball, the 8th over. They got 8 off it in the end. They lost the wicket of Carter, and they're 2 for 59 after 8 the Sixers.
On the SEN app, check out the SENW channel with stars of women's sport at home and abroad. Daisy Pierce, Katie Brown, Stephanie Brantz. Plus, on the SENW channel,
We cover AFLW, Rugby League, W League, netball, cricket, and track the female stars of horse racing and more.
for the latest news, interviews, and catch-up podcasts with the biggest names in women's sport, jump on the SENW channel. Download the SEN app now.
Off the text, Locke says, stick to cricket, Sammy. No, that's absolutely fair enough. I tried to get real deep. draw the biblical comparisons. Get something quite epic into the commentary and fell flat on my face, Locke, unceremoniously. Knocked out all front teeth. tried to recover.
Over the
knocked out a few more.
Yes. Someone put a stick in your front wheel.
Oh, me. Did it to myself. Forward Ahmed coming down the pitch on Reeks. Just chunking down on one to mid-off for a single.
So back to the cricket. Onrix is a terrific player of spin, so forward's got his hands full here. Into his third over. Short's bowled a couple as well, so I think they'll prefer to bowl other stuff to him.
Spinning one outside the line of the off stump. Kerr's just carving that one through cover off the back foot. He gets a single and moves to 46 off 26.
Yeah, and
so how's the strike rate as well?
In comparison, 10 runs ahead the sixes of where the strikers were.
Forward Ahmed, that's the wrong one. Onrix was onward early. Just shifted right back into his crease and worked it in front of square for one.
And Farway's bowling Rashid Khan's plan here. Wrong-uns, lots of them, and leggies, always attacking the stumps. Always at the stumps.
Forward Ahmed to Kerr on 46. Wrong-un again. Just a straighter one, so he's driving off the back foot through mid-off for one. Strike rate of 180 at the moment, Kerr.
He's having a night out.
Should have been out for a duck.
And for 16.
And for 16. Anything else? 2 for 63 for Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Ahmed in, Don Reeks comes down the pitch. Just dropped on him a little, so couldn't get it out of the meat, so to speak. He'll take a single to mid-off, who's back on the fence in match short for PGG Wrightson Turf, Durascape Lawn Seed from PGG Wrightson or Fruit Fed Stores. Kerr on 47, gives him some width and some flight outside off, driving but not beating Short, who's now up into cover. That's Cobain, rather. That's very well fielded. That's a PGG Wrightson Turf, Durascape Lawn Seed from PGG Wrightson or Fruit Fed Stores contender. And after 9, the Sixers, they got 5 off that to be 2 for 64.
On the SEN app, check out the SENW channel with stars of women's sport at home and abroad. Daisy Pearce, Katie Brown, Stephanie Brance. Plus, on the SENW channel,
We cover AFLW, Rugby League, W League, netball, cricket, and track the female stars of horse racing and more.
for the latest news, interviews, and catch-up podcasts with the biggest names in women's sport, jump on the SENW channel. Download the SEN app now.
So the captain, Onrix, out there, 5 at a run of ball on strike. Hayden Kerr is haunting the strikers. 47 off 28. They're 2 for 64 for Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Peter Siddle back in, slower, fuller ball that just didn't get more than an inch up off the ground, and Moses Onrix can't quite figure out why it didn't bounce. Peter Siddle can't either. Just ran along the track.
Well, it was a bit of a leg cutter and obviously hit a shiny side. And I think we'll keep an eye on Peter Siddle. I reckon he let all the air out of the ball at the top of his mark. There's no air in this ball. It's a flat ball.
It's like the back of the hand of the leg spin action.
Yeah, it just rolled.
Just inside the blue line. Dot ball. Into Onrix again, this time angling back into the off stump. Driving square through point is Onrix. They won't take on the Kelly arm, which has already garnered a fair bit of respect around the competition. Just a single for him, scored a 2 for 65. Current run rate is 6.96. It needs to be 9.66.
So the squeeze is still on. The Adelaide Strikers are still in the squeeze. Even though the comparison's good, they were able to backhand really strongly. Wickets in the shed, though, for the Sixers. They're in a good position.
Siddle right arm over, strikes Kerr on the pad. It was going down leg. They'll take a leg bite. 103 off 64 deliveries. Make that 102 off 63.
And an update to that batting lineup. We know that they were decimated beforehand. A lot of batsmen out. Philippi with COVID and Dan Hughes out injured. Vince obviously sent home. Jack Edwards, COVID. Jordan Silk did a hamstring. So he's going to potentially bat right down the order at 10. So another blow for their batting lineup.
Siddle right arm over on Reeks. Shorter ball outside off. He bottom edged it. It dribbled along to Carey, who hasn't been able to take that cleanly. It bounced off his chest as he was falling to his left. And they take a single.
Again, that out the back of the hand, it rolled, and Carey ended up on his knees, just rolling around in front of the ball rather than just taking it with the gloves.
Maybe he's just hasn't got any juice in the legs at the minute. Because the ball that bounced up at him, he didn't get up in time for it.
Yep.
He's sort of fallen to the ground there. Short bumper outside off, dragged from well out through to mid-wicket by Kerr. He gets one. By the way, Azure Alassim has taken the second set as well. He's 1-2 down, but game's on serve in the third against the number 2 seed, Daniel Medvedev. That ball from Siddle hit a banana skin. I like that. Off the text. 0433 98 11 16. Enrique 7 off 8. Siddle into him. Again, just shorter, and he's just swatting down on one. Sort of a cut shot, but more.
Knocked it on the head.
Yeah, he did. Well, whack-a-mole. He got a single down to third man to finish out the 10th over. So the halfway mark of their run chase. They need 168 to win, the Sixers, to get into the BBL 11 final. At the same stage, the Strikers were 3 for 62. In response, the Sixers, halfway through their innings, 2 for 69.
On the SEN app, check out the SENW channel with stars of women's sport at home and abroad. Daisy Pierce, Katie Brown, Stephanie Brance. Plus, on the SENW channel,
We cover AFLW, Rugby League, W League, netball, cricket, and track the female stars of horse racing and more.
for the latest news, interviews, and catch-up podcasts with the biggest names in women's sport, jump on the SENW channel. Download the SEN app now.
So as we take a mid-innings drinks break for Bundaberg Brewed Drinks, Bundaberg Ginger Beer, the great Australian brew is Bundaberg Ginger Beer. The Sixers have had a couple of things go their way in this run chase. They're 2 for 69 after 10 with Kerr on 48 off 30. He was missed. There was a stumping missed off him on the very first ball that Matt Short bowled in the very first over. And then he was dropped on 16 in the fourth over by Matty Renshaw off the bowling of Peter Siddle. He's now got to 48 off 30. On Reeks is 8 off 9. And there's been a missed run out as well and another missed stumping. But that was off Carter.
Yeah, 4 chances, though, that the Adelaide Strikers have missed.
Avendano was out 1 off 8. Jake Carter was out 10 off 13. Avendano was caught. Carey bowled Thornton, and Cobain took the catch to remove Carter off the bowling of Thornton as well. So he's got the 2 wickets to be the leading wicket taker for them at the moment for Henley Holmes.
Short to bowl again. And, well, you can't get more evenly poised, I don't think, between these two teams. 99 runs required off 60 balls. The main man out there is on Reeks. He's settled in. He's 8 off 9, just feeling his way, knocking the ball round, getting a feel for what's playing. And the Sixers are still in this. The players that are missing are irrelevant. It's what's right in front of them now.
They put 105 on in the back 10. Did the Strikers. Short's just got to pause because the crowd have got to finish off living on a prayer, and that's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough.
Yeah, we're in the chorus.
Yeah.
You can't start bowling till that's finished. We've got it sorted.
Short around the wicket on Reeks. It comes down the pitch and just clips him. Past the bowler. Long on comes around and it's just a single. So 105 runs in the back 10. They got 61 of those in the final 5 overs.
Maybe the Sixers are living on a prayer at the moment.
Absolutely. That's why the crowd are so into it. It came on just a little quicker, angling into the off stump around the wicket to the right-hander. Fends it back to Short. Down the pitch, does Kerr for no run. Short in again. Taking off middle and leg is Kerr. Behind square, they'll get 1. His corresponding over went for 14 for the Strikers.
It was one that really got them going in that second set of 10. After the powwow, the half-time drinks break.
Kerr's on 49 now, by the way. Enrique's on strike on 9. Short in again. He's winding up into the pull shot, just grinding that in front of square. It should just be 1 there to Kelly. In the field for PGG Wrightson Turf. Durascape Lawn Seed from PGG Wrightson or Fruit Fed Stores.
What a masterstroke. Kerr opening the batting, 49 off 32.
Yep.
Masterful.
Short to him again. He's going to bring up a half century, just clipping it to the right-hand side of Peter Siddle, who falls in behind it. He'll get back for two. You make hay while the sun shines. He cashes in on the lives he's been given. He repays the faith that Greg Shippert showed, putting him to the top of the order. 51 for Hayden Kerr. Doing one hell of a job. Dabbing it back to the bowler, though, is Kerr for no run to finish out the 11th over. They got 5 from it to be 2 for 74 after 11 the Sixers.
On the SEN app, check out the SENW channel with stars of women's sport at home and abroad. Daisy Pearce, Katie Brown, Stephanie Brance. Plus, on the SENW channel,
We cover AFLW, Rugby League, W League, netball, cricket, and track the female stars of horse racing and more.
for the latest news, interviews, and catch-up podcasts with the biggest names in women's sport, jump on the SENW channel. Download the SEN app now.
94 off 54 the equation for the Sixers, but Hayden Kerr, his previous best in Big Bash cricket was 22. He's now up to 51 off 34, courtesy of a couple of little assists from the strikers, but they go to Harry Conway. Bowled the second over. He's going to bowl his second over. To Enriques, has him back on his stumps. Just rotating the wrists on that one to mid-wicket. Harry's got to get it himself.
Enriques has been watchful. He knows it's a long way to go, and Conway spent a lot of time trying to eyeball him there and said something to him and had Enriques giggling away at the non-striker's end. Kerr now on strike. Conway the bowler.
Right arm over. Taken from outside off through mid-wicket. One bounce over the rope. It's the third time Kerr's played that shot, I reckon, and been able to cash in with either a boundary or a six. This one's a boundary and he moves to 55 off 35.
Width by Conway allowed that shot to be hoiked over wide mid-on, cow corner. A really clean hit, and that's where he likes to hit him.
Flat bat.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
Conway into Kerr again, this time a middle and leg, and he's whipping him past the square leg umpire. Renshaw to the Bronx cheers, keeps it to 1. Of course, he drops Kerr on 15 in the fourth over off Peter Siddle. Camped underneath it.
Yeah. Memories like elephants in Sydney. They'll remind him all night. Put the pressure on him.
2 for 80 for Mate Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Enriques on 11. Conway right arm over. Just fending that again with a flick of the wrists. Conway's got to get his own work again.
But the thing here, I think Enriques has tweaked something. I don't think he's running. I think he's tweaked something here, and
oh dear,
he's just stiff-legging this as it comes through.
He is too. Well spotted. Bryce McGain.
He is just getting through, working the ball.
So he's
I reckon it's a hamstring, a right hammy. Yep.
87 or 50, so they lost Silk when they were fielding to a hammy. He's going to come in at 10. Conway now to Kerr. They're dropping like flies. This time he's backing into the offside. And the little French cricket lap, ramp, sweep, whatever you call it. Doesn't matter what you call it. The result is a 4. What about the audacity? He's feeling it now, Kerr, and he moves to 60.
And a cheeky wink to his skipper too. Off the text, Dean reckons he looks a bit like Tom Brady. At least he's still in, and
well, it was well outside off, then flicked over the left shoulder.
Worked it around, and everything he's touching is turning to gold. And when it doesn't, the Adelaide strikers miss him.
Conway in again, this time Kerr driving square through point for 1. That'll finish out the 12th over. That's been a profitable one. They got 12 from that, the Sixers, to be 2 for 86.
On the SEN app, check out the SENW channel with stars of women's sport at home and abroad. Daisy Pearce, Katie Brown, Stephanie Brance. Plus, on the SENW channel,
We cover AFLW, Rugby League,
catch-up podcast with the biggest names in women's sport, jump on the SENW channel. Download the SEN app now.
Strikers captain Peter Siddle says, if I'm going to win, I'll need the spin. Spin to win, and he turns to Farwood Ahmed to bowl his last over. Figures of none for 20 at the moment. Sixes are 2 for 86 after 12, and Moses on Riggs when he was on 11. Paul said he's on 11 runs, 1 for each of the 11 commandments, the 11th being thou shalt love cricket. That's better than anything I was attempting to do, Paul. Nicely done. Farwood Ahmed, that's again not gloved correctly. Going down leg side by Carey. He's got a trot after that. And he's not a little bit more urgent. They could get 2. Just hasn't been his night, has it, behind the stumps?
Sorry?
They're asking why they
staggered
didn't
with
get
the ball
wide
going
call.
down leg side. Yeah,
Yep.
He moved across, so it's not a wide.
It hasn't been a great night for wide calls, has it? That one was going straight on. Moses Onrix is not good at all. He can barely get to the other end, clipping that to square for 1.
Back on the wide call, I know Moses Onrix will touch on that. They went down leg side, was misgloved. They get through for 1.
And there's no wide call.
Wide call.
Kerr pulling up over mid-wicket. Coming in to take it on. Wells, just elite fielding. Sliding forward on the slip and slide. Collected it, 1 take with 1 hand. That's a PGG Wrightson Turf Durascape lawn seed from PGG Wrightson or Fruit Fed Stores. Effort.
Easy for you to say. And that's a sticky hand.
2 for 90 now. Shorter ball. Kerr pulling again. This time the fielder won't get it. Behind square. There's another boundary for Kerr. Is he making them pay? Is he making